1943. Europe was at war. Millions were dying. Entire cities were being reduced to rubble. And while the world watched history unfold, a 17-year-old Swedish teenager quietly started a small mail-order business. That business would eventually become IKEA, one of the biggest furniture companies on Earth. But decades later, people uncovered a disturbing part of its history. Its founder had been deeply involved with the fascist movement, a movement inspired by Nazi ideology. And according to those who knew him, this wasn't just a teenage mistake. It lasted for years. So, was IKEA built by a Nazi? Or is the truth far more complicated? This is the illegal origin of IKEA. Long before IKEA filled homes around the world with flat-pack furniture, its founder, Ingvar Kamprad, was already obsessed with making money. Born in Sweden in 1926, Kamprad began selling matches to neighbors when he was just 5 years old. Soon, he realized he could buy them in bulk from Stockholm, then sell them individually for a profit. It was simple: buy low, sell high. As he got older, he expanded into pens, Christmas cards, seeds, fish, anything people wanted. Business wasn't something he learned, it was something he lived. Then, in 1943, at just 17, he officially registered a company. He named it IKEA. The name wasn't random. It stood for his initials: Ingvar Kamprad, the family farm, Elmtarid, and his village, Agunarid. No one could have imagined that those 4 letters would someday appear in almost every country on Earth. But behind this promising young entrepreneur, another story was quietly unfolding. As IKEA slowly grew, almost nobody knew about Kamprad's political past. The company focused on affordability, simple Scandinavian design, and clever engineering. Customers cared about low prices, not old political affiliations. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, IKEA expanded rapidly across Sweden, then into Europe, then the rest of the world. Flat-pack furniture revolutionized the industry. Instead of transporting expensive, assembled furniture, products could be packed into flat boxes. Shipping became dramatically cheaper. Customers assembled everything themselves. It was inconvenient, but incredibly affordable. The formula worked. By the 1970s, IKEA had become an international success, yet one secret remained buried, until journalists started digging. In the 1990s, researchers uncovered letters linking Kamprad to Sweden's fascist movement. The documents shocked the public. They showed that his relationship with Per Engdahl had continued long after the war. Former associates described Kamprad as an active supporter, not merely a curious teenager. The revelations spread across newspapers worldwide. People demanded answers. How could the founder of one of the world's most beloved brands have hidden such a past? The pressure became impossible to ignore. Eventually, Kamprad admitted the truth in a public letter to IKEA employees. He called his involvement the greatest mistake of my life. He admitted joining the movement. He admitted maintaining contact, and he expressed deep regret. He insisted those beliefs no longer represented who he was. For many people, the apology mattered. For others, it came far too late. The controversy sparked a difficult question. Can someone truly leave extremist beliefs behind? Supporters argued. Kamprad spent the rest of his life building businesses, creating jobs, supporting charitable foundations, and never promoted fascist ideas through IKEA. Critics disagreed. They argued that decades of silence made the apology less convincing. Some historians also questioned whether his involvement had been minimized, because available evidence suggested His participation went beyond youthful curiosity. Even today, opinions remain divided. Was he simply an immature teenager influenced by dangerous people? Or did he deliberately conceal a darker chapter until he could no longer deny it? There is no universal answer, only documented history and personal judgment. Despite the scandal, IKEA survived. The company distanced itself from Kamprad's political history. It continued expanding across the globe. Today, more than 1 billion people visit IKEA stores and websites each year. The brand is associated with affordable furniture, Swedish meatballs, and minimalist design. Most customers never think about the controversy. Many have never even heard of it. Yet behind every blue and yellow store, there remains a chapter that cannot be erased, not because it defines IKEA today, but because it reminds us that history often hides uncomfortable truths behind familiar names. The story of IKEA isn't just about furniture, it's about how history, business, and personal choices can become deeply intertwined. Ingvar Kamprad built one of the world's most successful companies. That achievement is undeniable, but so is his documented involvement with the Swedish fascist movement during and after World War II. Both facts exist, side by side. One built a global empire, the other became a shadow that followed it forever. Because sometimes, the biggest companies in the world are built on stories most people never hear, and once you do, you'll never look at them the same way again.